Very good evening and welcome back to the brief at 30 on TV1. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Modra. Let's start off the look at your local news. The Institute of Democratic Reforms and Electoral Studies had called a press conference in Colombo today.
If the court decides to postpone this election for some reason, there are several decisions to be taken by the governing party or both the ruling parties. A bill has already been submitted to the parliament to extend the local government and not hold elections for a year. If that is the case, we want the government right now, especially after the cynical and brutal decision taken in Black July. The tenure of its members is 1 more year. It may be the most serious and violent decision that a government that claims to be a democratic one can take in the history of Sri Lanka.
ශ්‍රී ලංකා ඉතිහාසයේ ගනු ලැබිය හැකි බරපතලම සහ ප්‍රචණ්ඩම ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍ර විරෝධී තීන්දුව එය විය හැකියි.
And on to your news overseas, it will soon be illegal to smoke cannabis on the street in Amsterdam's red light district under new regulations unveiled by the city.
The laws will come into effect from mid-May and aim to improve livability for residents who have long complained of disruption caused by tourists. Sex workers will also have to close their venues at 3 a.m. It was reported that almost all councillors supported taking action to reduce nuisance to residents. The City Council also announced on Thursday that restaurants and bars would have to close by 2 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays, and no new visitors would be allowed into the old city district after 1 a.m.
And finally, on to your sports news. Australia all-rounder Glenn Maxwell is targeting to return to cricket in Victoria's next Sheffield Shield match against South Australia after a long rehabilitation after a broken leg.
The 34-year-old has been sidelined since the T20 World Cup in November after fracturing his left fibula at a friend's 50th birthday party in Melbourne, which robbed him of a chance to push for selection in the ongoing Test series in India. Victoria coach Chris Rogers said Maxwell was really close to returning from his home state against Queensland this week.
And that's a wrap of your news for this hour. Thank you for joining us.